Ancient Egypt, a civilization that flourished along the banks of the Nile River for over 3 millennia, holds a unique and enduring significance in human history. From its monumental architecture to its intricate religious beliefs, Egypt stands as a testament to human ingenuity, perseverance, and cultural richness. In this documentary, we embark on a journey to explore the multifaceted aspects of ancient Egypt, seeking to unravel its mysteries and understand its profound impact on the course of human civilization. The Nile River stands as the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, shaping its civilization in profound ways. Its annual flooding deposited nutrient-rich silt along its banks, creating fertile soil crucial for agriculture. This predictable inundation allowed Egyptians to develop sophisticated irrigation systems, enabling the cultivation of staple crops like wheat, barley, and flax. The Nile also facilitated trade and transportation, serving as a vital artery for commerce and communication between Upper and Lower Egypt. Egypt's geography is defined by the Nile River and surrounding deserts. The Nile flows from south to north, dividing the country into two distinct regions, Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. To the east and west lie vast expanses of desert, providing natural barriers against invasion and fostering isolation. Despite its arid landscape, the deserts yielded valuable resources such as limestone and precious metals, crucial for construction and craftsmanship. The geographic features of Egypt played a fundamental role in shaping its civilization, contributing to its resilience, prosperity, and enduring legacy. The pre-dynastic period marks the early stages of Egyptian civilization, characterized by the emergence of settled communities along the Nile River. During this period, which spanned from approximately 5500 BCE to 3100 BCE, nomadic hunter-gatherers transitioned to sedentary lifestyles, establishing agricultural settlements and engaging in trade and craftsmanship. Archaeological evidence reveals the development of pottery, tools, and early forms of social organization, laying the groundwork for the rise of more complex societies in the region. The pre-dynastic period witnessed the gradual consolidation of power and the emergence of regional centers of authority, setting the stage for the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. The early dynastic period, which began around 3100 BCE, heralded a new era of centralized rule and political stability in ancient Egypt. It marked the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under the reign of King Narmer, also known as Menes, who is traditionally credited with founding the first pharaonic dynasty. The unification of Egypt brought about the establishment of a centralized government, with the pharaoh serving as the divine ruler and earthly intermediary between the gods and the people. The early dynastic period witnessed the construction of monumental architecture, including the first mastaba tombs and royal palaces, signaling the growing power and prestige of the pharaohs. This period laid the foundation for the grandeur and splendor of ancient Egypt's dynastic history, setting the stage for the emergence of a highly sophisticated and enduring civilization. The Great Pyramids of Giza stand as iconic symbols of ancient Egyptian civilization, towering monuments to the ingenuity and architectural prowess of the ancient Egyptians. Built during the Old Kingdom period, these monumental structures were constructed as tombs for the pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as the Pyramid of Cheops, is the largest and most famous of the three pyramids, standing at approximately 481 feet tall. Located on the Giza Plateau near Cairo, the Great Pyramids were constructed with millions of limestone blocks, meticulously cut and arranged to form massive geometric structures. Despite the passage of millennia, the pyramids continue to inspire awe and wonder, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at their grandeur and mystery. The construction of the pyramids remains a subject of fascination and debate among scholars and historians. While the precise methods employed by the ancient Egyptians are not fully understood, archaeological evidence suggests that the process involved a combination of skilled labor, engineering ingenuity, and meticulous planning. One of the most remarkable aspects of pyramid construction is the precision with which the massive stone blocks were quarried, transported, and assembled. Recent studies have shed light on the techniques used to quarry and transport the limestone blocks from quarries located across the Nile River. It is believed that the blocks were transported on wooden sledges, possibly aided by water or lubricants to reduce friction. Once on site, the blocks were hoisted into position using ramps and levers, with workers employing a combination of brute force and sophisticated engineering to lift and maneuver the massive stones. The construction process required precise coordination and organization, with thousands of laborers working in tandem to ensure the timely completion of the pyramids. The pyramids served as royal tombs, designed to house the mortal remains of the pharaohs and ensure their safe passage to the afterlife. In ancient Egyptian religion, death was not viewed as the end of existence but rather as a transition to the next world, where the deceased would be judged by the gods and granted eternal life if found worthy. The pyramids were constructed to serve as eternal resting places for the pharaohs, equipped with elaborate burial chambers, sarcophagi, and funerary goods intended to accompany them on their journey to the afterlife. The design and layout of the pyramids were imbued with religious symbolism, reflecting the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about death, resurrection, and the divine order of the universe. In addition to their funerary function, the pyramids also served as powerful symbols of royal authority and divine kingship. The sheer scale and magnificence of these structures were intended to awe and inspire the ancient Egyptians, reinforcing the pharaoh's status as a god-king and the earthly embodiment of divine power. In the intricate tapestry of Egyptian mythology, a diverse pantheon of gods and goddesses played vital roles in shaping the beliefs and daily lives of the ancient Egyptians. Ra, the sun god, held a central position, symbolizing life and regeneration. Osiris, associated with death and rebirth, became a key figure in the afterlife. Isis, his sister-wife, was revered as a powerful goddess of magic and motherhood. Other deities, like Horus, Thoth, and Hathor, contributed to a complex pantheon reflecting different aspects of life, nature, and the cosmos. The religious beliefs of ancient Egyptians were deeply intertwined with their daily existence. The concept of Ma'at, representing cosmic order and balance, guided ethical and moral behavior. Temples dedicated to specific deities served as focal points for worship, where priests and priestesses conducted rituals and ceremonies. Offerings, prayers, and elaborate festivals played pivotal roles in expressing devotion and seeking favor from the gods. The Egyptian religion emphasized personal piety and a deep connection between the earthly and divine realms. Death held a significant place in Egyptian religious beliefs, viewed not as an end but as a transition to the afterlife. Funerary rites were elaborate and carefully orchestrated to ensure a smooth journey to the next world. The preservation of the body through mummification aimed at maintaining the soul's connection to the physical form. The Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and instructions, guided the deceased through the perilous journey of the afterlife. The weighing of the heart ceremony, where the deceased's heart was weighed against the feather of Ma'at, determined one's eligibility for eternal life. Tombs, adorned with intricate artwork and inscriptions, served as eternal homes for the departed, while offerings and rituals continued to honor and sustain the spirits in the afterlife. The pharaohs of ancient Egypt ruled over the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt, with divine authority and centralized power. The history of Egypt is punctuated by various dynasties, each characterized by its own line of succession and unique contributions to the kingdom's prosperity. Succession often followed the principle of primogeniture, where the eldest son inherited the throne upon the pharaoh's death. However, instances of regency, co-regency, and female rulers, such as Hatshepsut, added complexity to the succession process. The pharaonic dynasties provided stability and continuity to Egyptian society, with each ruler seeking to uphold the divine order and maintain Ma'at, the cosmic balance. Throughout Egypt's long history, several pharaohs emerged as iconic figures, leaving indelible marks on the kingdom's legacy. Among them, Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, stands as one of the most renowned pharaohs, known for his military conquests, monumental building projects, and diplomatic prowess. Thutmose III, often regarded as Egypt's greatest warrior king, expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent. Akhenaten, controversial for his religious reforms and establishment of a monotheistic cult centered around the sun god Aten, forever changed the course of Egyptian religion and art. These pharaohs and many others contributed to Egypt's cultural and architectural achievements, leaving behind a legacy of grand temples, obelisks, statues, and administrative reforms. Their reigns were marked by periods of prosperity, innovation, and artistic flourishing, shaping the identity and aspirations of the Egyptian people for generations to come. Royal palaces and temples served as architectural expressions of pharaonic power and divine authority. Palaces, such as the palace at Amarna built by Akhenaten, provided luxurious residences for the pharaoh and his court, featuring opulent courtyards, audience halls, and administrative offices. These palaces served as centers of governance and cultural exchange, where the pharaoh held court and received foreign dignitaries. Temples, on the other hand, were sacred precincts dedicated to the worship of the gods and the glorification of the pharaoh. The Temple of Karnak, dedicated to the god Ammonius-Ra, stands as one of the largest temple complexes in Egypt, featuring towering columns, colossal statues, and intricate reliefs. Temples served as focal points for religious ceremonies, festivals, and offerings, where priests and devotees paid homage to the gods and sought divine favor. The art and architecture of ancient Egypt represent some of the most enduring and iconic achievements of human civilization. Egyptian art is characterized by its distinctive style, characterized by idealized forms, rigid compositions, and symbolic representations. Sculpture played a prominent role in Egyptian art, with statues of pharaohs, gods, and goddesses serving as expressions of divine authority and eternal power. The grandeur of Egyptian architecture is epitomized by monumental structures such as the Great Pyramids of Giza, the temples of Karnak and Luxor, and the tombs of the Valley of the Kings. These architectural marvels reflect the Egyptians' mastery of engineering, mathematics, and craftsmanship, as well as their profound religious beliefs and cultural values. In addition to their achievements in art and architecture, the ancient Egyptians made significant contributions to the fields of medicine and mathematics. Egyptian physicians developed advanced medical techniques and treatments, including surgical procedures, pharmacology, and dentistry. They possessed a deep understanding of human anatomy and pathology, using herbs, minerals, and other natural remedies to treat a wide range of ailments. Egyptian mathematicians excelled in geometry and arithmetic, developing sophisticated methods for surveying land, calculating areas and volumes, and solving mathematical problems. The Egyptians' practical applications of mathematics facilitated the construction of monumental structures and the administration of the kingdom, laying the groundwork for future mathematical advancements. The ancient Egyptians were pioneers in the development of writing systems, most notably hieroglyphs, a complex system of pictorial symbols used for religious, administrative, and literary purposes. Hieroglyphic inscriptions adorned the walls of temples, tombs, and monuments, conveying religious texts, historical narratives, and administrative records. The decipherment of hieroglyphs, culminating in the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, revolutionized our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture and history. Egyptian literature encompassed a diverse range of genres, including hymns, prayers, poetry, and wisdom literature. The Book of the Dead, a collection of funerary texts, provided guidance and protection for the deceased in the afterlife, while works such as the Instructions of Ptahhotep offered moral and ethical teachings for daily life. Egyptian literature reflects the Egyptians' deep reverence for tradition, wisdom, and the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment. Ancient Egyptian society was hierarchical, with a well-defined social structure that influenced all aspects of daily life. At the top of the social hierarchy was the pharaoh, considered a god-king and the ultimate authority in the land. Beneath the pharaoh were the nobility and high-ranking officials, who held significant political and economic power. The middle class comprised scribes, artisans, and skilled workers, while the majority of the population consisted of farmers, laborers, and servants. Slavery also existed in ancient Egypt, although it was generally less pervasive than in other ancient civilizations. Daily life in ancient Egypt revolved around the rhythms of the Nile River and the agricultural cycle. The majority of the population lived in rural villages along the fertile banks of the Nile, where they engaged in farming, fishing, and animal husbandry. Agriculture was the primary economic activity, with farmers cultivating crops such as wheat, barley, flax, and vegetables using irrigation techniques developed over millennia. In urban centers, such as Memphis and Thebes, daily life was more diverse and complex, with bustling markets, administrative offices, and religious temples. Artisans and craftsmen produced a wide array of goods, including pottery, textiles, jewelry, and furniture, which were traded locally and internationally. Gender roles in ancient Egypt were relatively well defined, with distinct expectations for men and women within society. While men typically held positions of authority in government, religion, and commerce, women also played significant roles in various aspects of daily life. Women could own property, engage in trade, and serve as priestesses in temples dedicated to female deities. Family life was central to Egyptian society, with the family unit serving as the cornerstone of social organization. Marriages were arranged by families and were often based on considerations of social status, economic stability, and compatibility. Children were highly valued and were expected to care for their parents in old age. The New Kingdom of Egypt, characterized by military expansion, prosperity, and cultural achievement, eventually faced internal and external challenges that contributed to its decline. Internal factors such as corruption, economic instability, and weak leadership weakened the central authority of the pharaohs. Additionally, the cost of maintaining an extensive empire strained Egypt's resources and led to financial difficulties. Egypt's decline was exacerbated by foreign conquests and invasions by neighboring powers. The Sea Peoples, a confederation of maritime raiders, wreaked havoc along Egypt's coastlines and weakened its defenses. The invasion of the Libyans, Nubians, and other foreign powers further destabilized the kingdom and contributed to its fragmentation. Despite its decline, Egypt's legacy endured through subsequent periods of foreign rule and cultural assimilation. The decline of the New Kingdom marked the end of an era of pharaonic dominance but paved the way for new cultural syncretism and religious transformations. The decline of Egypt's centralized authority also led to the emergence of regional power centers and shifting political alliances. The legacy of ancient Egypt continues to resonate in Western civilization through its profound influence on art, architecture, literature, and philosophy. The fascination with Egyptian mythology, symbols, and imagery permeates Western culture, inspiring artists, writers, and scholars for centuries. The rediscovery of Egypt's ancient past during the Renaissance sparked a renewed interest in classical antiquity and laid the foundation for the study of archaeology and Egyptology. Egypt's cultural legacy extends far beyond its borders, influencing civilizations throughout the Mediterranean, Africa, and the Middle East. The spread of Egyptian religion, language, and writing systems left an indelible mark on neighboring cultures, fostering cultural exchange and cross-cultural interactions. The enduring mystique of ancient Egypt continues to captivate people around the world, fueling tourism, scholarship, and artistic expression. Tourism plays a vital role in Egypt's modern identity, contributing significantly to its economy and global visibility. The iconic landmarks of ancient Egypt, including the pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, and the temples of Luxor and Karnak, attract millions of visitors each year, providing a glimpse into the country's rich heritage and cultural heritage. Despite periods of political instability and economic challenges, Egypt remains a beacon of civilization and a testament to the enduring legacy of its ancient past. In conclusion, the civilization of ancient Egypt stands as a testament to human creativity, resilience, and cultural achievement. From the grandeur of its monuments to the intricacies of its religious beliefs, Egypt's legacy continues to inspire awe and wonder centuries after its decline. As we journey through the sands of time, we are reminded of the enduring mystique of ancient Egypt and the timeless allure of its monumental achievements. As guardians of this extraordinary legacy, it is our responsibility to preserve and cherish the treasures of Egypt's ancient past for future generations to explore and admire.